the sound and people being able to see my lips is important, so that's why I'm trying to scoot back here so I don't spit on anyone. Anyways, I want to just give a couple of quick announcements, some housekeeping tips, so to speak. Congratulations to Cameron Goodenough, graduate of Elma High School. Today's the big day, and we're going to be celebrating as a church. We want to make sure that we're all together for that, and we can celebrate properly, like with food, because we're Baptists. And that's what we do. We need to have food for those sort of things. So, again, congratulations. I want to thank the men who came out yesterday and in the rain rebuilt the porch. Robert was, as they were, if you haven't noticed, they're reciting the buildings, the Children's Center and the Multipurpose Center, otherwise known as the Youth Annex. And we're in the process of doing that. I encourage you to go check it out. It's looking really good. But Robert was over there kind of poking around on the porch, and all of a sudden he realized there was dry rot all over on the porch. So they had to quickly rebuild it so they could keep going with the siding, and they were able to accomplish that yesterday in the rain. Pretty awesome. All right, so a couple of things just about the service today. If you are having trouble getting your juice open, like at the end of the service when we're having communion, just raise your hand and one of the ushers will come by and help you out with that. We'll be excused by Rose. I envision more people being here, so I don't see it being a super big deal, but we'll try to do that in an orderly fashion. When you leave, if you just don't congregate at the door, go outside. You can hang out under the breezeway there or in the lawn. Just make sure that people who are coming to the next service can make it in. And finally, there's 2 spots to drop off your offering. There's one on the shelf back there, and there's one up front here. And also you can fill out your connection cards and drop them in at that time. We're not passing the plates. We're trying to do as little as possible with touching and that sort of thing. Okay, so just to go back in history, we haven't gathered since March 8th. Doesn't it seem like forever ago? Seems like a lifetime ago. And of course, a lot has transpired since then. The last time the elders and I went, before that last service, we were trying to decide what to do. And at that time, only 100 people in the United States, I can't remember if it was either had contracted COVID-19 or had died from it. And now, of course, there's over, in just 3 months' time, according to some estimates, over 100,000 people who have died from it in our nation. On top of that, now, of course, we have the protests, and we have all that riots going on throughout the nation as a response to the murder of Ahmaud Arbery and also George Floyd. There's a lot that we could say and needs to be said about these things, but today as we gather, I think one thing this time has taught us is just to be able to see things from other people's perspective. Or as my dad used to say, take a walk a mile in their shoes. And if you think about it, that's what sets us apart as Christians. That's what can show that we live by faith in these days. Remember Jesus in the Sermon on the Mount, he said, if someone asks you to go 1 mile, go with them 2. That was because in those times the Romans were oppressing them. And they said, hey, if we say you carry our pack, you have to do that for 1 mile. And the Jewish people would count the miles as they would take the steps. And they're 1 mile, and just throw the pack off. I'm like, I'm done. That's my legal obligation. I don't have to go any further. And Jesus says, go further than that. Go 2 miles. The idea is we go beyond what the law has required because of Christ. Right? Because he has gone above and beyond. So, today as we're gathering, we're thinking about that. We have this opportunity to meet in God's house again to worship as his people. In Psalm 133, verses 1 through 3, which is all there is in Psalm 133, it says, how good and pleasant it is for God's people to live together in unity. For the Lord, and skipping down to verse 3, the Lord bestows his blessing, even life forevermore. Right? Because of him, because he's bestowed his blessing on us that we get to experience as a church family today again, or at least start to again, we get to know, we get to take part in that life evermore. Of course, this is impossible. This perspective, this life is impossible apart from His grace, apart from His Spirit working in our lives. And so with that in mind, let's go to Him in prayer. Father, there are a lot of things that could distract us this morning. There are a lot of things on our minds. There are a lot of things that can come to our hearts as we gather before you this morning. But we desire for your voice to be the loudest voice that we hear. We pray that you would speak to us through your word. We pray that you would speak to us through your Spirit as we worship you. We pray that as we come into your presence, we would recognize who you are, and we would meet with you in a way that would bring you glory with our focus on you. And as we do that, Lord, we pray that you would change us and help us to live according to what you have called us to as your children, a life full of your grace and your mercy, and that we would go out from here praising you and making you known in a world that is struggling and is lost and is looking for answers. Lord, we pray that you would help us to point them to you. For we pray these things, and even in this time we pray that you would be lifted up. In Christ's name. Amen.
As we lift our worship to the Lord, it's not easy with masks on. It's understandable. But you know the Lord knew this. Before time began, the Lord knew this. That we would be here. And the worship of our hearts is what's important. And let's just give him your worship with your voice, with your heart, with your hands lifted up. And he'll receive it. Oh, I'm sorry, please stand.